This is some good.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Is
Is
this
it?
real life?
Is us?
Is
Are we
it-
I mean, this is just fantasy.
I really gotta close that. I gotta close that page of the comics, so I'm gonna lose it the whole time. Holy shit! All right.
Good times. Good times.
Good times. Well, hey, hello everybody. We're the Casual Ones. Welcome to our Thursday Dungeons and Dragons live stream. It's been a little while, so
Yeah.
if you missed any of the previous episodes, you've had lots of time to catch up. But if you still need to, you can check out our YouTube channel where we do have all of our previous episodes. But that's not what we're here about tonight. Tonight, we're here about today's episode. So, we're going to start off with a quick recap, just so everybody can remember where we are. Peaches, if you'd like to dive into that. All right.
Just throw someone at the recap and just have at it.
He had notes. I wanted to see
Yeah.
if he'd go
Well-
for it.
Listen. I'll read my notes. It's not great.
Yeah,
Listen, we
can
helped
you
the
just
poor.
read your notes verbatim, and that's the recap? Hit it.
Oh, okay. If you want to read them,
Let's do it. Yeah, go for it, buddy.
I said, Gramps. This is the first sentence. Gramps was able to turn into a monster due to ruins
Yep.
and the guidance of Relnir. Okay. Sentence 2. We helped the poor. Sentence 3. We went back to Silas's home
Nope,
to speak
that's
with
not what it
parents. We went back to the Silas home.
In the
There we
Silas
go.
home.
To the Silas home. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. To speak with parents. Gramps was looking for entrance to the Underdark. Seems like Island is tied somehow to Gramps, and the monster might be connected to the Underdark. Question mark? Who knows? Then this isn't as interesting. The King of Core is going to have a conversation with us, maybe a reward, and we're gonna either choose to investigate the island or underground. And then I said I spoke to Silas, spend time with his family, and have dinner with them while we are still in town. Because you never know. That's it. That's all I wrote. Hopefully that's a good one.
Well, I think that clears it up.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. The most
You
important
can't-
part
No
is that
further
we're gonna
elaboration.
talk to a king. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the king's name again?
I have no idea. I just said king.
This is
I didn't
more
write that.
directed towards Pitts because I don't
Oh.
remember.
Well,
You gotta
Yeah.
keep better
What's-
notes.
King Cornac.
you should know we have a whole note about the city because we're from here.
Okay,
So-
that's on a
Ray hit
separate
it.
page.
Ray hit it already. He was right.
I didn't take notes about this part because Charlie wasn't there when you guys were talking about it.
It's true. I only know what my character knows.
No.
Is that why you made Grub the
See,
way
that's
you did?
boring.
It works. It works perfect. The only thing I remember is reward question mark. Nothing else.
Nothing
I
else
mean, what
matters.
more do you need, really?
Yeah.
He's like the dog from Up. Squirrel?
Yeah.
But just for
Reward?
money and killing.
All right.
Monsters.
Well, with that wonderful recap, thank you again, Peaches. Let's go ahead and dive into the episode. So picking up where we last left off, you guys, I believe, had gone to bed for the night, if I'm not mistaken, back at the inn, knowing that the next day, aka later on today, you would be meeting with King Coronek. So as you awake in, I believe, actually, did you guys, I think you guys went back to your inn because you didn't want to stay in the Summer Ward house. Although I think Silas did want to stay at home with mom and dad.
Silas stayed.
Yeah, you guys like
Yep.
set up a blanket for it in the living room, whatever. You guys all slept in there. It was great. Beautiful family
were
time.
watching movies, it was fine.
Yeah.
We were in a blanket fort, in a tent, in the hotel room.
Oh, right. That's where you guys slept. Yes. In Zelmith's luxurious little glamping tent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, the sun rises. I would say that probably Silas, you'd be one of the first to awaken. You know, you're back at home for the first time with both parents. Well, alive, as far as you can see. They're fine. What would you like to do?
Just going to kind of drink in the moment right now. Just kind of have a moment of peace and realize that, like, I guess this is what a quiet family life could be. and then proceed to do like the morning calisthenics, and then head downstairs to see if there's, I guess, breakfast ready.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you kind of you wake up, and there's like a calm peace in the house and in your room, this room that you haven't been in for so long. But you know, everything was cleaned before you arrived. You know, fresh sheets and everything were put on the bed, and yeah, it's a feeling you haven't felt in a very long time. As you go downstairs, you know, they still have some of the bricks and stone to replace the outer wall in the dining room have been put up at this point. It's still somewhat under construction. Looks like they're, you know, doing it more from a manual labor perspective than necessarily by magical means. But yeah, you go downstairs and you can either sit in the dining hall, or if you'd like to go into one of the other sitting rooms, you're more than welcome to. You can already smell like freshly baked bread, like the smells wafting throughout the house. You can smell cooked meats and
Yeah, I mean, at the smell of that, I basically like, you know, the cartoons where they smell the pie and they kind of like float above the ground.
yeah.
It's basically that. Like,
So are you going to find the kitchen then?
yeah, just find it at the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, kind of on your way,
okay.
someone goes to kind of move to ask if they could get you something, but you blow right by them. You're going to the source. And as you open the door, you can see some of the chefs hard at work, getting everything ready. You can see the fresh baked loaves of bread sitting on cooling racks. And yeah, it's free reign for you. This is your house.
what is the atmosphere in here like? Like,
It's
what
somewhat
is the mood?
it's pretty joyful. You know, like some of the chefs, because there's two that are working right now. Like those two are kind of laughing at each other. Some of the other house staff that are kind of coming and going. Some of them grabbing coffee and potentially taking them up to your parents' room, and a couple of them also just sort of standing around and chatting, as there's not a ton of work to do right at this second, as everybody's still waking up. They're all sort of joking and laughing with each other, and it's a much more, you know, positive mood in here than you would normally have been used to, especially in your youth.
Yeah, this honestly, it almost, if it wasn't for the fact that it feels good, it would strike Silas as wrong. Because this is not what he ever knew.
For sure.
Just kind of sheepishly like, good morning, everyone. Is any of that ready?
Yes, Master Silas. Would you like?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your coffee there.
Oh, it's fine. I can have some food brought out to the dining hall if you'd like, or if you don't, you know, want the sort of the open air. We can have some brought maybe to the study or to one of the sitting rooms, to your bedroom as well, if you like. We have
Actually, no. You know, the dining hall was actually just fine. There's something about this morning that I don't feel like the fresh air would be a bother.
absolutely, Master Silas. We can have that brought out for you. We have eggs. We have fresh shaved ham. I think we have
Bring
some-
all of it.
Bring all of it. Will
Just-
do.
Just like a charcuterie board for breakfast kind of thing. Like, just all of that. It's kind of my cheat day.
Absolutely, sir. Right away. Would you like? I think we have some pies that are going to be ready soon. Would you like dessert for
Pie for-
breakfast?
Breakfast?
Yeah.
I couldn't, could I?
I won't tell if you won't tell.
Okay, you definitely cannot tell Grub.
I promise not to.
Yes, you would upset the entire balance of our party. He's not here. It's fine. I'll be in the hall.
Right
Thank you.
away, sir. Thank you.
Pie for breakfast. Wow.
And as you go and you make your way into the dining hall and sit down, only a few minutes later, they start bringing out these different trays of food. There's a lot of cooked meats. There's some just cured meats as well. Various cheeses, and a blueberry pie.
Fine. That's fine. I will hide my gentle disappointment about it being blueberry with the excitement over having pie for breakfast.
Alright. As you're sitting eating, probably maybe halfway through your meal, eventually your mother and father show up, and you can see that they're your father's kind of holding his arm out, and she has his arm linked through his.
I like stand up immediately.
And your mom looks at you and says, "Wanna sit, eat."
I kind of bow slightly, like yeah, okay. Just awkwardly start shoveling food back in my face. Good morning. Around like sausages and toast.
Good morning, Mason. Morning, son. How did you sleep?
I woke up hungry, and that's actually fairly rare.
See that?
Oh, wow.
That pie.
No.
What kind of
Yeah, it's pie. It's
Kind of pie.
blueberry.
loop? Can you give me some of that pie?
Like slide this down. Like, and again, this is something I'm like, what? Who is this man? Who is sitting down to have pie with me this early in the morning?
And as he kind of catches that look, and he says, "This is a time of celebration. I've no reason to not have pie this morning."
That's fair. What about you, mother? Any pie, eggs? Sunny side up. We've got some toast.
I'll take a little bit of everything. This is better than I've eaten for far too long.
Like, I see where it comes from. Huh. Okay. Yeah, and just sort of amicably eat. And again, I kind of like sit in this moment having never really experienced a breakfast with my family.
Yeah, and you all just kind of sit down and eat with, and you can tell every once in a while, like your mom and dad are kind of stealing glances at each other. As you're sort of chatting, every once in a while she'll reach over and touch his hand, and sometimes he'll do the same, and they'll hold hands for a short moment before they notice you notice, and then they kind of let go and go back to eating, trying to play it off like, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
they seem-
inwardly. I'm kind of like I'm glad that my room's on the other side of the keep.
The biggest thing that you notice, and this doesn't require a check of any kind, is that both of them look happy. And this is a side of your father that, to your recollection, you've never really seen. He is a man, and as strong as stoic as he can be, he is happy. In this moment, he is very happy.
So am I. And that is unusual.
It is. And we kind of pan away from there to a blanket fort in an inn.
Gasping for breath from underneath all these fancy pillows. I'm pretty
How
sure
long were you
Selma
down
said
there
it's just
for?
a wall of pillows around us, right?
There's a lot of pillows.
Just so many.
Grub, you're supposed to sleep on top of the pillows, not under them.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you? Nah.
I mean, it really doesn't matter to me what you do. I just think it'd be a lot more comfortable if you
You're
slept on
less
top.
likely to suffocate that way for sure.
Yeah, well, you do that next time you're sleeping in the woods and see what happens overnight. Probably get eaten by
We're not
something.
in the woods.
Just gotta build habits.
We're in a blanket fort in a tavern.
Gotta stay sharp all the time. I don't know.
I swing a pillow at Grub's face.
I hide into the massive pillows.
If you want to make a ranged attack, I will absolutely allow that.
That is high. 16 plus 6, 22.
No plus. Come on.
Yeah, Grub, as you kind of dive to try to get behind some pillows, you're sort of caught in the shoulder, and it rolls a little bit into the head as you're trying to dive out of the way. Yeah, looks like he was tracking you.
Sweet. Yeah.
Always be prepared.
All right, fair. So I believe we said we were going to get money for killing the plant thing, turn Grandpa to dust. So is that today, or is anyone in charge of that? Am I in charge of it?
No, you
Yeah,
are not.
No.
I think you should be in charge of this.
No, shut up, Lux. You don't shut up.
I think it would be fun.
I think we'd all die.
When are we supposed to see the king?
Today.
Yeah, sometime
So-
today.
Like when
think-
though?
I think Silas's father will have more information about specifics. I don't think it was, sunrise, or he would have mentioned that specifically.
Well, why don't we just freshen up, get something to eat, and then head over? We don't want to keep the man waiting.
Sounds good. Should I
I was gonna,
ask?
like-
No, I was just gonna say, should I ask like someone on the way if the reward is coming?
Sorry. What? Say that again. You said words, and
I highly doubt the king is gonna give us the money for like saving everything. So it's got to be someone else.
Silas's father was going to arrange. He did say he was going to help us get that sorted. So
I'll just go to his house.
yeah, we're just going to have breakfast, and then we're going to go pick up Silas and stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, then yeah, I'll head over.
As Grub is going to leave, I'm going to cast Prezi just to make him smell better. Do a little sprinkle as he
Nice.
walks out, and then I'm just going to turn to Zelmith and just give him the thumbs up, like got it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to go get something to eat. So I'll see you all downstairs. I'm going to head down.
Okay. So as some of you head downstairs and some of you head out, there is a meal included with the actual room itself. So if you're sitting down at a table, then they will bring you sort of a similar breakfast to unbeknownst to you what Silas is having, cured meats and cheeses with some bread that the bread that you're currently getting isn't fresh, though you do smell that it seems like they are baking some more.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait here for the team, but I'm just going to snack while I
We're
wait.
not waiting for the fresh bread.
Nope. I'm gonna go get my money. Now head for the door.
All right.
All right.
I will need 45 minutes to get ready, but
Well, then you got 3 or 5 minutes. Get it quick.
3 or 5?
Yep.
You just see a dust cloud where Zelmith was as he sprints off to get ready.
And I think I'm just gonna head outside and start walking over to Silas's house.
Yeah, so you head over. It doesn't take too long to walk over that way. You're already in that area-ish of town. And as you approach, the guards that are stationed at the gate immediately recognize you, and they kind of move out of the way, open the gate for you to go in. And as you approach the door itself is opened, and you can see one of the house staff that works from rewards is sitting there and says, Master Grub, would you care to join Silas for breakfast?
Sure. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right this way. And he leads you down the hall to the familiar dining room where you've been a few times now. You can see that the hole that you had once lovingly jumped down seems to have been sort of boarded over at the moment. And you can see that the wall that had been blown through is actually about half constructed. So they're getting the work done, but it's just taking some time. And you see Silas, and you can see his father and mother sitting at the table. And everybody just seems happy. They're happily eating, and As you kind of eye the table, you see some meat, some cheeses, and what looks to be a pie of some sort, though it is about half gone at this point.
Just give Silas a little wave as I'm coming in.
Grub, hey, good morning. Where's
Good morning.
where's everybody else?
I have no idea. They had other stuff to do. I don't really know.
Rob, you said 3 or 5 minutes. I was 3 minutes.
Oh, Zelmith, good
I
morning.
guess he's coming. Yeah, I didn't say I was gonna wait. I just gotta move on. I don't know.
You don't give a time limit and then leave immediately. That's not how
It
it
worked.
works.
I don't know what to tell you. It worked. We're here to get our money. Everyone's been talking about how we need our money.
No,
you don't have your dad doesn't give you money anymore, and Silas is scared. Silas is scared to spend his family's money. So we gotta get our own.
Just
I'm
looking
finding it
for
out,
a way,
dog,
Dad.
with you.
So Silas' dad is here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna look at him and wait and see what he says about that.
He kind of he looks over to you and says, "Oh, Rob, come sit, eat. Good morning."
Yep. Good morning, and it's the day, so it's exciting.
It is. Are you excited to meet the king?
I guess that's fine.
That's fine. I'm sure that's good. I'm glad to hear it. Is we can have anything else brought to you if you need anything else to eat or drink.
No, just the other thing.
Oh, the payment?
Yep.
Oh, certainly, yes. Kind of calls somebody over. He says, "Please bring the payment that it should be on in the study." Yes, have that brought over. Thank you. Yes, they'll go bring it now. Are you staying for breakfast then, or are you leaving?
Oh, I just looked at Silas. I'm just hanging out, I guess. I don't know.
Just have something to eat at least, Grub.
It's hard to eat on paydays, you know.
No, that's when you can eat best, I imagine.
After.
That's a valid point. Well, you don't have to pay for anything here.
That's fair. I'm just nervous. This is usually the part where either they try and kill me and run me out of town, or they actually pay me because they don't know that I'm me. So
Where have you been where
that's
they've
also
tried to run you out of town? Sounds awful.
just when I was first getting into the game, I wasn't really up on my disguises, and yeah, you guys know who I am, so it's fine, I guess. But pretty sure the king will kill me on sight, so I'm probably gonna dwarf up when I do that.
There's no need for that. He knows about you. We've told him about it. You're
How much?
viewed as a
like,
hero around here. You have nothing
In
to
which
fear.
like dwarf form?
No, they know you're a goblin. Hey, there's no
Mhm.
prejudice here. Not for that.
Okay.
You're not poor,
Okay.
are you? That they don't like.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
depends.
I'm joking.
Who
Uh,
who are you? I'm
You
sorry.
didn't. Was that in pour taste?
Father,
I'm sorry. I
that
didn't
is
mean
the
to insult
first-
your friend.
No, that's the first time I've heard you
I'm a
make a
little
joke
insulted.
in about 15 years.
He looks at you,
And
Zelmith, and he says, "Why are you insulted? Aren't you like the
Well,
richest
we're
person in
super
this
poor
room?"
now.
Yeah, Daddy
Ooh.
cut me off.
Yeah, I have
Ooh.
0 coins, literally 0.
Yes, I only have like 37 platinum left. It's awful.
I mean, that should last you quite a while.
You would think. I mean, yes, it has to. I don't have much of a choice, but
Yeah.
Well-
but it's getting rough, so
But on good authority that you're going to be getting a decent sum of money from the king today.
sick.
that's pretty good. So we gotta wait. When are we talking to the king then?
Oh, that's early this afternoon. You
How
have
about you get money first? Money here first, and then we'll worry about the king money later. okay?
Yeah,
One
yes,
money at a
one
time.
at a time.
one was technically a bounty, and then the other is a reward from the actual king himself.
I like that.
One question, and I'm I'm just curious. Do you have like formal attire to wear to your audience with the king?
Well, Silas and I got matching capes, so that's probably good.
He looks over at you, Silas.
Yeah, I absolutely did.
You wear capes. Is there always?
He does not have.
Well, no, I wear one cape and Grub
You-
wears the other.
Your mother looks over and she goes, "You wash it? You only have one cape. Did you not buy him anymore?" It's like we weren't talking for a long time. I couldn't buy him capes. There was a rift. I don't. Wait, would you like? We
It
can
was a
get.
cape rift, mother.
Oh yeah, we're good. No, I also we got matching robes too. Dig through my pack and do like a wad of robe, flash it on the gray robes we got.
Are you have matching? You have matching outfits. That's very cute. I like that. And she kind of elbows your father, and Mason goes, yes, it's very cute.
Stop! You're embarrassing me. This is weird.
As long as you're both happy, that's what we want the most for you. Excellent. If you need help, I'm sure there are some tailors in town that we could refer you to. Zelmith, I don't know if there's any that you would prefer to go to. I'm happy to.
They all know me.
I just
Yeah, he
mean,
likes like silky stars and moons. That's kind of his thing.
who wears silky stars and moons?
Right? Is that with?
Oh, is that?
What? I mean, we could just wear something fancy, Grub. It doesn't have to be a disguise. It's just something that rich people wear to make other rich people feel comfortable. That's what we're gonna wear.
I think he was
Yeah,
talking about your
disguise.
pajamas, Zelma.
I mean, listen, my silk pajamas is nobody's business.
I don't know. You make quite a point of making sure that's everybody's business when you wear those.
Maybe my friend. All right, listen, they're comfortable, they're breathable, they're lovely for my skin. I'm only describing positives. Everybody should have silk pajamas. Is all I'm saying.
It'd be fun to try one day.
We could get you some today when we buy you some fancy clothes so that rich people feel less weird around other people who don't have fancy clothes.
I guess.
Okay,
I'll
well,
put it this way: the king is less likely to kill you if you're wearing fancy clothes.
he's not.
Okay, now
I
that's-
cannot iterate enough. He will not kill anyone.
I know he won't, but it's the only way that Grub can really
That I
understand.
can
what's
know
happening
for
right
sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Well, do me up like a, I don't know, like a fancy or something.
now. Yeah, you can be anything you want.
We don't all need to, though. Yes.
I think they said they'd kill you if you didn't, so probably.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. Like you gotta be fancy too, Charlie. Everybody's gotta get fancy.
Oh,
Yes.
They hate the poor very much.
It's not. That was a joke. That was a poor
It's
taste.
not a
in
joke.
my-
I saw the poor side of town. It is shambles.
yes.
Well,
You
Okay, that's a
don't
little different.
Share the wealth towards. Let's call them the lower class.
It's not
listen,
how
I
it's-
don't handle the money in the city. I just protect it. I don't know what to tell you. At the very least, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't matter. Anyway,
Let's try not
Where's
to talk
that-
politics at breakfast.
It's one of those touchy subjects at the table.
Yes, very touchy.
it's just it's
especially
very.
in the
There's
city.
lots of moving parts, and
Yeah.
trying to find the right balance that won't upset people can be difficult at times. That's all. And you see somebody comes in with this like small chest, probably like a foot tall or so, and you can hear there's some like jingling inside, and they put it down in front of you, Grub. Because that is the payment for the bounty, and once again, I believe you'll probably be getting some more money from the king as well.
Okay. I try and open it.
Make a no, it's just it's an unlock.
I was gonna
chest.
say, I
Open
assume
the
that Grub's
chest.
immediately like pulling
What do
out
you
his
mean try?
lockpick.
Make a dexterity check. Let's see if your fingers stop working.
it's just good D&D etiquette to say I try and open the door, not I open the door, because then the DM's gonna say no, actually it explodes. So
You didn't try to check for traps. It's true.
it's a goddamn trap. Don't think
It's
I
a
don't know
mimic
about
chest. Just,
that. Yeah, I
no,
push
but
over towards Zelmith for counting.
One money, two money.
so inside there's 200 platter.
Is it good?
Yes.
Grub,
Grub,
you see
this is
200
good.
pieces that look like the color of silver.
I know that's not great. We've had a lot
These
more
are-
gold
no,
than
wait,
that
Grub,
recently.
Grub,
so-
grub, grub.
Yeah.
These are the shiny silver that are worth 10 times as much as the gold.
Oh, you'd think they'd pick a different color, right?
You know what? It's hard to argue with you in that instance.
Maybe like
There-
green.
There is a different picture stamped on them, though.
There,
I was,
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say
That's like
that-
reading money. Let's not go down that. Let's just. everything's good.
It's a picture. It's not words.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
So,
So-
a picture's 1,000 words.
I hate the things you say.
Charlie, why would you do that?
You say bad things. But that's
I
good
got
money.
nothing
We can
to
get
buy.
clothes.
Yes. We should probably do that now. What time are we supposed to have tea with the king?
it's not tea. You're not going to be.
It's just a joke.
Oh, you're going to be meeting him in his audience chamber, and that's probably about it. I don't want anybody here to think you're going to be sitting down like conversationally with him. This is more of like a ceremony type situation. But that's
Oh,
at
Jesus.
1:00.
Okay.
Silas, are you done eating? I check my sundial.
Excuse me.
My hand
Pack the
sundial.
legs.
You'd say probably at this point you have like 4 hours. It's still pretty early. Lux, by the way, you're sitting down to a very mediocre breakfast.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm enjoying my time.
Yeah, and
My
you know
time
what,
to
man?
myself.
It's quiet. It's just nice
quiet.
and quiet.
Once I finish up, I'll kind of start heading over. Just kind of taking my time.
But I mean, unless you guys got anything else you want to do here, I think it's time we get dressed to not die later.
Mm,
Yes.
good plan. Okay. Give me 3 or 5 minutes, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Just gonna go get changed.
As soon as he leaves the room, it's like, all right, Grub, let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That's secure to go. Yeah, so I start heading out. Just pat off the hands, nod to the mama and papa there, and
Yeah.
get on out of there.
Okay. So as you guys kind of collect your things and finish off the rest of your breakfast and your potential coffees and or orange juices, you start heading out towards any of the various tailors that Zelmuth would more or less know of. But along the way, you do run into Lux, who is starting to just about arrive at the Summer Ward house just as you're coming out.
Do like a little wave.
You're late.
We got money.
Yes. We are much better suited than we were 30 minutes ago, money-wise, financially.
We're gonna buy clothes. Apparently, is our fun.
Yes,
Thing
we
for
are
the day.
too.
We all get, what, was it 40?
What?
Counting money
Platinum?
has never really been my strong suit. But if you
That's
yes, four of
200
us,
divided by 5. Yes.
Is there 5 of us? Ugh. All right.
I think
What's your names again?
it's probably fair to split it evenly today because we almost died the same, and that's pretty rare.
Yeah, I mean, technically you almost died more, but you're not very good with money.
That's fair. I did my best though. So
You didn't die, and that's
Yeah.
really means you did the best because you were the closest to dying and still didn't die.
yeah, chased me down a cave and I got out. So
Wait, he was the closest. I specifically remember losing consciousness. You know,
Listen,
y-
it
you're
doesn't
right.
count when you get stabbed because that's just usually that's a
Yeah,
it's
usual
just the
thing.
thing I do, I guess, right?
yeah,
Yes.
you got knocked out in the cave. You got knocked out by the frog. You got knocked out by your dad and by your grandpa. It just, Silas, I know you know.
So
I
I've been
right?
closer
But
to death than all of you, more times
But
than all of you.
it's your
which means I
baseline.
should get
It's
paid
your
more.
baseline. It's
It's
like
starting to get a little stale.
exactly. Yeah, you gotta change it up, or else it just feels like you're just always doing the same thing, and then it's not exceptional when it
I
happens.
know. I'm not sure if you guys are trying to hurt my feelings, but
Don't worry,
you're not hurting my
get some
feelings.
armor.
I'm tough.
You're gonna get
Shut
some
up.
armor in a few days, right? It's like 4 days, 5 days away.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Wait, what's in
Uh,
5 days?
We get our items.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
we
I
have to wait a
forgot
week.
about that. I was literally tonight gonna leave towards the island. I completely forgot.
Well, here's hoping we have just a mild jump cut after we talk to the king. But let's go get some clothes first, huh?
Okay.
Let's have a shopping episode.
Dial.
All right.
Episode?
That apparently this is to take the whole.
Someone
time.
has a seizure, I guess.
No,
I
it
don't
starts
know.
bleeding.
What happened? Um.
I'm having an episode.
All right. So, give me a moment here. So it depends. Zelmith, I would say, probably know best. There's a couple different options that you have in regards to getting the tailoring done. There's a couple different tailors in Lakeside that you could go to if you want to spend rich people money. Or if you want to find something that you feel like will be decent, but probably not as good of a quality, you can go to the actual tailooms. You can go to the bazaar itself.
Do we want to look fancy or do we want to look like rich people fancy?
Whichever one keeps me alive today.
I think we should. You and I.
Keeping in mind, we will be getting more money.
Yes, you and I, Zelmith, I think, have a certain expectation.
Rich people fancy it is. Let's go
Yeah.
to Antibaba.
All right.
You do know you're only going to use the clothes like
Shut up,
a hand.
Lux. Shut up, Lux.
All right, yeah, so you go over to Antibaba's, and as you walk in, you can see it's this beautiful shop in Lakeside. See out front, it has like a small garden, like a pond with koi fish in it. Like it's like a little obscene. And on the inside, there's just racks of all these different fabrics. There's different like silks and cottons and of all different shades and colors. And you can see behind the counter itself, you can see this like older, looks like dwarven lady, with like some graying hair, all kind of pulled back neatly into a bun. Zelmith, you would know this to be Antibaba herself. And
Antibaba. I just didn't want to interrupt you. I thought you were going to keep going.
hello, Zelmith, welcome back. But
How are you? You're looking well.
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Well, we are good. We are in quite a pickle. We are going to meet the king today, so we have to look on
Oh,
Sunday, Monday. I'm not sure what day it is. Really, that's pretty standard for me.
it's
We have
midweek,
to look
but
our,
that's okay.
our day best.
Okay. How much? I have a few orders I have to get done today. Do all of you need new
Scrap 'em.
clothes?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that. That's going to.
Charge it to my. No, never mind.
You
We'll
can
just take some
charge it
stock
to the
stuff
Summer
and-
Ward estate.
That's better.
Okay.
Or to like the king, he's gonna give us rewards and
no,
money.
Don't
and-
charge it to
that's
the
a
king.
That
Do
I'm
not
not.
charge
I'm
it to
not.
the
I
king.
can't do that. I'm sorry. But
Oh,
sir,
because it'd be free for the king.
Well, yeah, let's go with that.
you don't charge the king unless you're told
Makes
by
sense.
the king's, direct people, because then they might kill me. Okay. So
See, I
what
knew
are
it,
we?
I knew it.
What are we looking for? Zelmith, you just need the usual, or
Well, yes, but violet this time instead of marigold.
violet suit? Do you want the suspenders again, or no suspenders?
Of course. Don't be silly, Antibaba.
Perfect. What about for the rest of you? What would you like?
Okay, a hat. A hat.
Okay. What kind of hat?
A tall one that is fancy. Makes
Like
me
a top
taller.
hat? Top hat would certainly make you taller. Okay, so we're going to go for a bit of an older look. Okay.
Okay.
Certainly. What about for the
You know those-
clothes?
Just
Oh,
get him
I-
a classic tuxedo. You know, the one with the wings at the back. That should probably be good for him.
Oh,
wings,
go well
yeah,
with the
that'd be
top
great.
hat. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. You're big wing fan. Do you want the extra long
Oh,
coattails?
yeah.
There? Okay, perfect.
As big as the wings can get. Yeah.
You want? Looks over at you, Zelmuth, and she goes, "He doesn't want like a train, does he?"
I'm just shaking my head. Yes, yes, he
I-
does.
Sure, whatever Luck said, you know, he's the boss. So,
Um.
a little train.
Okay.
You know, like
how
a
are you?
couple of-
How are you arriving there? Because if you're getting, I'm assuming you're taking a carriage or something. Yes.
Yes, of course. Yes, yes, yes.
I just don't want it to get dirty. That's all.
Yes, we'll roll it up. Worst case scenario, or he'll sit on someone's shoulders.
Okay, I can give you a
Just
couple
gonna
pins you can put in it.
Unroll it like the
to-
red carpet.
So you can pin it up if you need to. That's fine.
Good idea too.
Okay. For the rest of you,
Yeah.
Sticking a sort of two-piece suit, like nice long pants, like reasonable tunic up top, white. Do you have perhaps another cape, a little wider than this, perhaps? White with red on the inside.
you want a suit
What a-
with
what a
you want a
look good.
suit with a cape? You're a trendsetter. Okay. What color would
right.
you like the suit to be? Sorry, do you want the suit to be white or just the tunic?
Oh, the whole thing white.
All white.
The
Cape
inside
white.
of the cape red. Yes.
Inside of the
Yes.
cape red. Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm making a
I've-
statement today.
Yes, you are. What about for the other two?
Something black, practical. I plan to use this more than once.
Okay. You want like a turtleneck? Like
What?
something to
Sure.
keep you warm? Okay.
Perfect.
Excellent. And then yeah, I can find you some nice suit pants to go with that as well. And you said all black?
All black.
Okay. Done. And what about for you there, miss?
I don't need anything, do I? This
Pretty sure you have to because they hate.
Just get a fancier version of what you're wearing now. Just
leather clothes?
we'll get
Yeah,
a
definitely.
formal
Okay.
attire of something that you didn't have to wear your leathers in. necessarily.
Something practical. I don't
Yeah.
want to dress.
Add a hat
Okay.
on there. Get some
No hat.
wings. What? All right.
Okay.
It's gonna look silly if you don't wear a hat.
What you have
That's
did
fine.
all leather. That's adventurous. I like it. Okay. Certainly, if everybody just come back in, I should be able to. If I call in everybody, it should be 2 hours. For the rush delivery, this is going to cost, and the materials.
Some
probably
award,
20
right?
gold.
Some award.
I know. I just want to make sure, Mr. Samore, do you understand the cost that will be charged to the account?
You know what? I can actually pay for that. Up
Did you say
front right
20 gold?
now.
Yes.
20 gold.
Man,
How-
I remember things
you
being
know
so
what,
much more
Ant-
expensive here.
Auntie Baba, just to show my appreciation for the rust job and what this is going to take you. Here's, sorry, she said 20, right? So I'll hand her 25.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. Like I said, be back soon, and we'll have it all ready for you. All right,
Okay.
get out. And she turns.
Oh, okay.
She immediately starts going and like grabbing different like cloths off the rack and like cutting things up, and away she goes. She starts working on it for you. So
Did she just eyeball everybody's sizes?
I think
She's very good. She's the best.
It's not hard to guess. You got
It's
mostly
toddler.
human size and then one little guy. That's pretty regular.
Also, she's had my size. Yeah. She knows my size.
She's had your size.
You phrased it weird, but
No, I think she phrased it pretty well.
Terrible.
Listen, why do you think we got it for 20 gold?
She said she would do it faster for more money. I didn't mean it like that. Shit.
Everything's bad.
God damn it. So
Let's just jump skip to the end. Let's just not go back into that story, please.
but if we go to time and say more money, more faster, then we can get out of here.
No. 2 hours is how long she'll take to make
No,
the clothes.
for timing. For timing.
Making a shirt is more difficult than, or less difficult than building an item.
Well, let's not quite say that. You know, both arts have their ups and downs and their difficulties.
Yeah,
mean, he's
I
building
don't think that's
custom
true. Like, I
stuff.
can make a shiv. I can't make a shirt.
You gotta make a magic shiv.
Yeah, I can.
Show me right now, dude.
So
He's gonna make it
dagger on fire.
disappear.
That's not magic. That's just you lighting it on fire with
What do
your
you
blood.
mean
Your blood
that's
is more
not
magical than
magic?
shiv.
Well, I'm just saying, if more money makes it more faster, let's do that.
All right, we can ask him, but I'm pretty sure he's going to say, "I'm working on it. It can't go any faster than this. What you asked for is kind of difficult to do in a week in general, but I'm going to get it done in a week. So get the fuck out of my store so I can finish your products." You probably
But
won't say
he'd
that.
say
He
it,
seems
you know,
nice.
a lot
But-
nicer than that
And
because
he's magic-y, and he's in a weird bubble where maybe time is different. So that, you know, it's,
We'll ask him.
yeah.
You want to do that now while we're waiting for the close?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll go to time and shop and have a dumb conversation.
So you go to where the door to time and shop usually is, and the door's not there.
Well, we tried our best. Took us an hour to get here. It should take us an hour to get back.
I hate it.
If you recall, he said recently that he had to go visit some other people on other planes, get more information about your kid.
Yeah.
He is
Sorry,
not
we don't
around.
understand.
you
what
mean about
just
the
said.
Yeah, about the.
Yeah. Well, now what?
Now, it took us an hour to get here, so it should take us an hour to get back to Auntie Baba's, and then we can get changed and go and see the king.
It was a flawless plan.
All right.
I guess we got some exercise.
Yeah.
Walk off my.
All right,
cheap
high
day.
knees all the way back, everybody. Zolomith does not do high knees.
Yeah, I was just saying. For sure, he would not.
And check for copper on the way because I dropped like so many the other day and I was hoping to find some.
We are in the wrong part of town.
Just there's a chance. You just gotta look out for it. Is all.
Just got kicked all the way over here.
The wind blew it away.
All right. Yeah. So eventually, you guys make it back, and as you come in, she has Zelmus. Yours is already done. She has that. It's like 3D printed. You can do it so fast at this point. She's made so much shit for you. It's just like done. So
right.
she gets everybody. She gets you. She gets Charlie and Lux. Your three are done. She's still working on Silas and Grubbs. But for you three, she gets you to try everything on, and you do notice that that she did seem to eyeball you because you didn't notice any measuring going on. But everything does fit you immaculately well. So Zelmith, you've got a sweet turtleneck going on. Or sorry, not Zelmith, Lux. You have a sweet turtleneck going on, along with some nice pants and some nice shoes that are wingtips with athletic soles. You're like Conan O'Brien himself. There's a TikTok about that. Sorry, Zelmith. You have your usual, but in I believe you said violet, which is completed and it fits the way that you're used to. And
Perfect job as always, Baba.
Charlie, you literally have like black, somewhat fancy-ish leathers that are literally identical to what you're currently wearing. They just don't have the regular wear and tear of your normal clothes.
This will do. Thank you.
How glossy the leather at first glance.
It's not that close.
Not like Spy wouldn't do it.
Huh?
Not like no. This isn't like shiny, glossy leather.
Like, are you
What we
thinking
watching?
leather's like
like
like in that one
glossy.
part in Dodgeball where everybody shows up in leathers?
yeah.
Is that what you're looking for here?
We're trying to develop a team uniform here, and half of us got gray robes, and now we're looking at a leather angle. So
Did you notice it's very strappy?
It's got so many zippers.
I was just gonna say.
It just looks
Baba
like you
does
gets
know
you
her
awake.
work, trust me.
Yeah. Auntie Baba knows her shit. God. And as you guys are kind of hanging out in the shop while everybody's getting the rest of their stuff on, you can hear just like a cacophony of like work going on in the back room. And as you're getting there, or sorry, as you're in there and everybody's getting their clothes tried on, the other two pieces are completed. Silas, you have an all white suit with a white cape with a red interior.
It looks like a magician.
That's right.
I have never been more impressed with your outfit in my entire life. It is the right amount of garish for the right amount of money you have. I
That
am
is-
so impressed.
That's what I was going for.
right.
I mean, it's lovely.
Like look at those
I-
gold buttons.
We look like a pair of magicians.
Oh,
Yeah. Kind of
that's
are,
actually
right?
pretty cool.
I mean, I summon a mage hand. I am kind of a magician, so
I just
bit.
flashed the magic shield. Whoomp. I can do that.
Boom.
Mark off your spell.
that was. Mine's cantrip, so I didn't want to waste anything.
He just does a quick whoomp. It's like, fuck, that was a lot.
Oh
He goes down
god,
on one knee for a sec, just like,
sweating.
So I had prestidigitation or like minor illusion. Like, is this your card? That's what kind of what I meant. It's just like the ace of spades or something. That's kind of what I meant. You didn't have to like actually use real magic.
You wouldn't. Oh
You know what? I'll just make sparks come out of you when you enter. That should be cool.
no, this is definitely flammable.
No, I'm definitely going to do that. That's a great idea.
I can't stop you.
and then Grub. You see what the rest of you would say is one of the smallest top hats you've seen, but also one of the tallest top hats you've seen. This is a top hat fit for a goblin. It's probably like a good maybe 1.5 feet tall.
Not bad.
And like it sits on your head, and immediately, Grub, you're thinking like so many daggers could fit in this top hat.
It's not
Like,
bad,
at
it's not
least
bad.
10.
Like, also eyeing everyone else's height compared to the top of my hat.
Oh, you're still shorter.
Yeah, but getting
Okay,
closer.
you're closer, yes. It's
You take the little wins.
also kind of hard to eye it. You kind of have to go and find a mirror so you can see the top of the top hat where it ranks. And yeah, and then you're given the suit. One of the things that kind of strikes you right away with the suit is that there's no wings. You do notice that.
Hold on. What's
Yes.
Oh, are they coming next?
Is what? Sorry.
The wings are coming next.
The wings are on the back. Look, the back at the coattails, also known as wings. Sometimes it's just at the
They're
back
like
of
magic
the
ones.
jacket. No, I don't
Can't
make
see 'em
magical
right
clothing.
now.
It's just what it's called at the back. It comes down from the back of the jacket.
The
Some people
tail
call them
things.
wings, sometimes call them tails. They're known by both. That's all.
It looks great, Grub.
It does look great, Grub.
Fucking sharp.
You look very dashing.
Grab
You,
about 6 inches of it drags on the floor behind you.
Yeah, I dejectedly drag it out towards the other side of the room, towards the door. Like, I'm just misunderstanding too many things.
You're less likely to get killed with the wings, so.
I just thought it for the price. You know, I just thought maybe, but it's fine.
Well, thank you, Auntie Baba.
You're welcome.
We are on our way to see the king. My sundial tells me so.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much again. Sorry for your patronage, and make sure you tell everybody where you got some of your clothes.
Like, oh, and I like reach into the pocket, and there's just like probably a business card tucked in there.
Like, absolutely. You would never stoop to
Yours
those
is the
levels.
only-
Auntie Baba? Hell no.
No, you find a dead pigeon though.
Yeah, a dead pigeon.
That's why I
covered in
didn't get the
glitter.
hat. Don't look in Grub's hat.
Oh, do we all get one of those? Free taster with purchase.
Oh, God.
Pretty bird.
Duct tape for-
Because we got the Dumb and Dumber suits.
yeah, you sure fucking do. All right. You guys are ridiculous. Kane fighting the whole way in.
Yeah. I'm trying to run fast enough to get the wings up.
I heard if you put your arms back too, it makes it go faster.
I heard if you do that, you get beat up
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, that is accurate.
No proof.
God reaches down and says no.
Yeah. Oh God.
All right. Sweet. So how would you guys like to arrive at the castle?
On time.
Yeah, full speed with the wings up on time.
Okay,
In a
so
kit.
Oh, carriage.
I need you guys to align on a plan.
We're gonna
Okay.
get into the carriage.
Aaron
and get
is
there for
frozen
roughly
in a very-
12:45.
Oh, he died.
Sorry, Aaron was frozen in a really. This is great.
Yeah,
In a really unfortunate position.
Yeah.
the carriage is fine.
Okay. So are you guys taking yours, or are you just getting one of the city carriages?
We'll take ours.
So
That's reasonable.
you guys walk back to. I believe it's currently at. Oh, it'd be at the inn. I think 3 of you guys parked it last.
Yep.
So you guys go and collect it, and hop inside. Who's driving?
I mean,
You want
Silas
me
is
to?
sort of dressed for it, so he should.
You know, I was feeling really good about my outfit, so
No, I love it. It's just you're also dressed for it. It just happens to be.
so I
With
like
the cape,
go
it
to sit
kind of
down.
seems
I
like he should
flourish the
stand
cape
on
up
the
underneath me.
roof. Let the wind lift his cape.
No. That's why it's got a cape pin. See, and I like take my family crest and like just sort of like pin it to the side. It'll be fine.
Have the rich people inside the carriage. It's fine. I can drive it.
You sure,
Alright.
Charlie?
Yes.
All right. I
You're still
appreciate it.
representing your families.
Yeah, that feels weird, but you're right. Thank you. I'm like hop down, making sure that like there's no dirt. There. Okay. All right.
Where you are, it's like a lot of it. Well, especially where you are, sorry, would be all stone paved, or like cobblestone. Sorry. So it's not like you're walking on dirt trails or anything like that. But either way, you kind of give yourself a quick brush off before getting back into the carriage. And with that, you all head towards Central Coronek, center of Core, where Coronek Castle currently is. Doesn't take too long for you to get there, and Charlie, it is basically impossible for you to get lost, as it's effectively the tallest building in the middle of the city.
I'm aiming for the big one.
Yep. So you probably 15 minutes goes by. You're all arriving a little early, but not by too much by any means. Ooh, and Aaron did lose internet. Yep. Well, that actually might work in your guys' favor, so it's fine.
Yes. Let's quickly talk to the king, please.
I love it. All right. Okay. So as you pull up, you see there are a few people who look like they are part of the Coronek house staff. Sorry. as well as you can see 2 guards at like this main entryway, and you kind of pull yourself up towards that, Charlie. And you see some people rush down to the door. Sorry, I would have mentioned on the way in, as you kind of cross the threshold into the castle itself, they would have asked for your names and your reasons for being here. So presumably to explain.
We are the Punch Drunk Champions. We have an audience with the king. And also, you're welcome. We saved the city a little bit.
Thank you very much. Please, right in this way. And they kind of point you in the right direction. And when you arrive, some of the house staff kind of come down and open the carriage doors to allow a lot of you to get out. And one of the housing staff comes up to you, Charlie, and says, you can, would you like to come into the servants area with us, sit down for a drink, or?
Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, you can just park it in the stables around back, and yeah, there's a side door. You can just feel free to meet us in there. There should be a few other people waiting.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
I stop so Silas and everybody can get out.
Okay.
Are you really going to just whatever?
Did they hear it?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
Did they hear it?
I
They were
would say you
inside the
definitely.
carriage.
Yeah, they weren't trying to be like the servants were trying to be quiet about it.
Charlie, you know that you're part of the group and you have to come talk to the king, right? Like, if
Fine.
we have to, you have to.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I figured somebody would have been driving for you. I can take the carriage around, but if that works better.
All right. Thank
That
you.
Would be lovely.
Good, thank you. And I hand him 5 gold.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I
very
start
much.
reaching in my purse and see that Silas has done it already and put the
I'm like-
5 gold back in my.
I got you.
He's rich. I'm not anymore.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you.
Sorry. Again, my sincerest apologies. I didn't mean. Send you, lady. Okay. And I'll take these reins and. All right, bye. And kind of gets the carriage going. Another member of the staff, sort of a middle-aged woman, turns back and says, "Hi, if you'd like to follow me in, I'll take you to the entryway in the waiting room for the king, and walk with me and talk. One thing I need to know: have you do a lot of you attend these kind of audience chambers, ceremonies? Are you familiar with what you do?
Certainly not.
Mannerisms?
It's been a while since I've been to one, but I have been to them before.
Aye, okay. So what's going to happen then is somebody on the inside, you're going to be going into where the throne room is. Somebody on the inside will announce your arrival. You can all walk in. Once you approach the throne, you'll see that there's sort of an empty area in front of the throne itself. The throne's up on a few steps. Stop short of that. It's respectful to either go down on one knee or to bow or something to that curtsy. Like, I guess you don't probably just bow, actually. Well, you don't have a dress. It's hard to curtsy without a dress. Anyway, and the king will tell you to stand back up. And when you're addressing him, you can address him as sire, my liege. Those are
Your
fine.
Majesty.
Your Majesty works too, certainly. That's it. Otherwise, be polite, be respectful, don't make sudden movements towards him, or somebody is probably going to try to tackle you to the ground. I don't think that you're bad people by any means. I'm just saying, if any of you are jittery, if you're gonna move backwards, not forwards.
Yes, our jittery friend is suddenly strangely calm, so maybe we should get this on a roll.
Well, I don't know if he's ready for you quite yet, so let me.
Not to rush the king, no, of course not.
Oh, no, certainly.
Never presume.
While you're waiting, would anybody like anything to drink? Water, coffee, tea, ale, wine?
A glass of red
no.
would be lovely.
No, thank you. No, not right now. No, maybe some water. I've got a dry mouth all of a sudden.
Some wine, please.
Wine,
Is this what
certainly.
being nervous is like?
Yes, it
I
is.
don't know why you're nervous.
I'll be right back.
It's just the king. You've seen him and, spoken to him briefly before, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, well,
I look at everybody and say, "What's a curtsy?"
I show him
I
how
guess
to
like when you
karate
do
curtsy.
something nice for somebody.
I cast Disguise Self and put myself in a dress
Yep.
and then curtsy.
Okay.
Mark off the spell slot because that was worth it.
Oh,
Like this?
No, I literally just showed you, Charlie.
You can see
I
as
wasted real
the
magic
Do
for
this
that.
with poor people.
lady comes back in with the drinks, and she says, "The problem is you gotta put your back right leg behind your left leg, and you gotta sort of balance yourself as you go down. That's all you're missing. But again, you're not wearing a dress. Don't do it. It's not gonna look right."
Okay.
Anyways, I
Just-
brought lots of water, and there's your wine. If anybody else needs anything, I'm just going to be standing by the door. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. He's a fine gentleman. He's a little older. He's fantastic. You have nothing to be nervous about.
right.
He is the
Okay.
king, but he's a man first. I mean, don't treat him like just any man, but
Then he's not just a man, is he?
I mean, I'm not just any man
Right.
either.
You,
But
you sound like Charlie talking about my dad, Lux. You're weirding me out.
What? He's a king, is what I meant.
Yeah,
How do
he
we
is.
get into this topic?
yes,
He is definitely a king before he is a man. So, Charlie, just
He's a king
just
man.
bow.
I mean, he was a man first, and then he was a king, but
Well, he was a prince before he was a
not a
king.
king, is what you're saying.
He still has higher power than you ever will have. So, even as a boy,
Really? Make Lux smell like fart for a second. I have a lot of power.
Sorry, don't want to butt in your conversation. Probably don't talk about how you might become king.
I
That
was
might
not.
seem
I mean,
like
I
treason
wasn't.
to some
He was.
people. I'm just saying, don't talk like
I
that
just
in there.
all I did
Yep.
was just make my friend smell like fart. I didn't really presume to be king or want to be king.
Certainly.
This is going to go well.
Just surreptitiously backing away from Lux.
me. Oh,
Lux, you were
I
supposed
like
to bathe
fun.
this morning. My God.
I'm not sure what you ate, but
God, we're gonna meet the king in like 5 minutes. Ugh.
Get it
if
all
you
out now.
mention- If you say one more thing, I'm going to spill this wine all over that suit.
I dare you.
I.
I'm going to grab that. I'm going to
dare
grab
you.
the wine cup from Zelmeth, and just do like a little fake.
I don't even
Ah,
flinch because I can just magically remove it from my clothing if I want to.
Take it back, Zelmeth. The cup.
Thank you.
Can we just get this over with?
Guy gets tossed by one tornado and suddenly thinks he's tough. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Lux, you're right. He is a king and we will treat him as such. I apologize. I get cheeky when I'm nervous, I guess.
Apparently, I get aggressive. Oh,
That's very common for you, actually.
Sorry, if you
But it's
don't.
offset by the suit.
I might need to work on that.
Sorry, if you don't
yes.
mind me asking, how did the lot of you meet? You seem like an odd bunch.
We fought a creature from before, from a long time ago. Slayed it.
Cave
Killed it.
wolf monster, right?
Cave wolf monster. That was the one. They did most of the fighting. I helped from a distance.
Hid
I'm
behind a building.
I hid behind a sign next to a building, actually.
Nearly shot your future friend in the back. The point is that we met on a faithful day, and we have been traveling together since.
We're traveling together for a while then.
Like
a
2
couple
weeks.
months now. No, no.
That's
I'm
probably-
not really good with time on names.
that sounds fun. That's good. I always wondered how people sort of get into, the line of work of slaying monsters and just that sort of thing. That seems odd.
The money usually is very good.
That's good.
Our friend in the very tall hat has many stories about killing monsters. You
Don't
should
you,
ask
Grub?
him.
Yeah, Scrub, you should.
He's got. It looks like he's
No,
got
you-
his mouth full with. I don't even know where he got the food, honestly. But
It's best not to ask.
Yes, he brought his own food. That's all we'll say about that.
fair. All right. Well, it'll just be a couple more minutes, hopefully. I think what we're gonna do though is we're just gonna go on a quick break to see if we can hopefully get Aaron back in before we can do this next part. So I think I still have a break screen. We're gonna go on a quick 10-minute break, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back and we'll see how this is going to end. But let me see if we can get our boy back before this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. We are back. Sorry about the delay.
Everything is fine.
The gremlins are real today, but we're back
They really are.
and we're safe. So, picking up where we left off, you're all currently waiting in the antechamber to get into the funeral throne room. I don't know why I
Hold
got
on.
funeral. I don't know why
I
my
think
brain
we know
supplied that to me.
Because we're
yeah,
doing
That
we're
it.
PK you were
trying-
talking about.
We've been talking
Yeah.
about
If you
the
want to
king
open up
killing us.
Tailspire very, very
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
We're
totally.
opening like a
Figure it out.
Tailspire because we're just gonna get TPK in a second.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally cool to have a goblin in the king's presence. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it turns out the king has mass power word kill.
Sometimes you
That
gotta
level
just
spell.
beef them up, you know. So, the there's so many exclamation marks. Ready? So as you are all standing there, you see somebody kind of opens the door to the throne room and kind of looks over at the lady who had brought you up this far, and kind of gives a nod and closes the door again. She says, "Okay, all right. That means that you're up. So, as I said, I'm going to open the doors for you here. They're going to announce. Now, do you want? I told them that your name is the Punch Drunk Champions. Is that what you'd like to go in
That
as?
is
Yep.
absolutely what you should be presenting us as.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then again, don't rush. No sudden movements towards the king. When you arrive at the front there, kneel or bow. They'll tell you to stand and just listen. Good luck. And she walks up.
Thanks.
And she kind of pokes her head in a little bit. You see like someone else kind of leans the ear out, and you hear her say, "Yeah, punch drunk champions. Yep. All right, excellent. Okay." And then opens the double doors, and you hear on the inside, "Arriving, the Punch Drunk Champions, saviors of Core." And you hear there's like a small applause as there seems to be some people just on the inside. What do you guys do?
Chin up, eyes forward, everybody. It's time.
Okay.
Let's, just remember to bow. No quick movements, okay?
Just remember when you bow, don't lose eye contact. That's when they get you.
That's. Yep. Let's go.
Okay.
Maybe I should do a lot of the talking as well.
Please. All of the talking. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We enter.
So you guys
I'm at
walk in.
the back. If there's a back of us, I'll be at the back.
Like Zealot and Silas up front.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I need marching orders. No, I'm joking. So as these two like really large wooden doors open, you see inside that there's this long red carpet that leads up to this stone throne that you can see. That's at the far back, elevated in the room, probably about 10 or so steps to get up to it, so it does tend to look down. Inside this room itself, you can see that at the back there are these large stained glass windows depicting. You can see that there's one that depicts a lake and the sun shimmering, sort of glistening off of it. You can see another showing this a separate lake, that rises up into mountains that sort of fade off into the distance. And then you just see like these large windows that kind of line the hall on either end as it stretches back. To your left and to your right, you see that there are several people all standing within this throne room. As you're walking through, Silas, you notice your mother and your father. And you do... Actually, Silas, make a perception check for me.
Yeah, sure. Can't possibly go bad. Hey,
Could I
first
give
roll
him
of the
the
night, by the
help
way.
action as I'm standing
Oh.
at the front with him.
19.
No.
19. You do notice as your dad looks and sees what you're wearing, you see he like he visibly like tightens up, and your mom, who has like her arm length through his again, kind kind of, you see her very slyly just like slap him in the arm. He goes back to looking like as noble as he can.
I
But
filed that away for later.
yeah, you definitely get the feeling that he thinks that this is a little ostentatious. And Zelmith, you notice a few of your siblings as well as your father are in here as well. But whereas Mason is a little bit towards like the back left. He's not as far forward at the front. It's only a small guy, maybe like 20 or 30 people in here. You notice that your father is like right at the front right. And you can see he just has this. Well, actually, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Can I also as well? Because I think I would have noticed.
Yeah, if you're clocking him for sure.
I don't think I saw much.
Okay.
18.
18.
I rolled a 5.
All right. Zelmith, you kind of lock eyes with him and get uncomfortable and sort of look away. Lux, as you're kind of keeping an eye on him without making it obvious that you're necessarily watching him, and his eyes are sort of glued on Zelmith as well. You can see he has this like almost a knowing smile on his face.
Okay.
But yeah, so you all walk in, and probably about honestly like 30 or 40 steps before you get to the sort of front area that the person you had met previously had mentioned.
We stop at like 31 steps.
Okay,
We don't want to get too close.
fair.
And we bow. I sort of nudge Silas, like, don't forget to bow, you idiot.
Yeah, definitely bowing.
Yeah, copy whatever they do.
Just a
I like group the
graceful,
bow and do
sweeping
like a
bow.
half bow, half curtsy.
And as you bow, you hear a voice
Performance check.
from this. No, unless you're trying to flourish your bow.
I
Anybody
mean,
wants to, you
someone is
can.
always, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. 21, dude.
21. You see, like, because you had a hat with this outfit as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you do like the hat off. Your hair stays perfect as it is, and you do like you kind of roll it around a couple times and go into a deep bow, almost like you've just performed like one of the best concerts of your life.
He does a Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Definitely not like a
Yeah,
magician.
he does the limp out, rolls into a somersault.
If I could
He's wearing
fake
the
trip
suit.
and roll into a bow without it looking like I'm attacking the king, I
That's
would
fair.
have done it. But I think about I don't do it last second.
Right. And you hear a voice from the throne say, "You may rise. Rise, thank you." And as you look up at the throne, you see an older gentleman, human, looks to be about in his mid-60s. You see he has a large, sort of red, I don't want to call it a cape, but it's basically, on top of this like golden set of robes that he's wearing. Not like golden flashy, almost like a muted golden color. You can see at his side, he does carry what looks to be a short sword. And in his right hand, he is holding this sort of scepter of some kind. You can see he has a fairly long, pronounced nose. The gray hair that you can see is all sort of slicked back. You can see his hairline's receding. And he has a fair amount of wrinkles on his face. He's an older gentleman. Zelmith, you would have probably seen him, certainly with your tenure being here, any of the times you would have visited with your father. Lux, you probably would have gotten to come along maybe a couple times, though you probably wouldn't have made it this far into the chambers itself, though you may have seen him from the outside. And he says, "I believe you are the punch-drunk champions."
That is correct, Your Majesty. We are but humble servants of the city here to provide any services. Thank you for allowing us to grace us with your presence.
No, thank you for all of the work that you have done. It's a tremendous effort from what I understand. So thank you so much. From The city of Kor thanks you for your service. And I would like to ask, how can we repay you?
Wow. Well, just the service of serving the city alone would have been lovely, but now that you've offered, we can't say no. I sort of look back to the group. Is anything in particular you're looking for? Or should I just ask about the monster island?
Maybe tell him don't kill goblins.
Please, no, speak up. I would love to hear from all of you. If it's something within my power to grant and is within reason, I will be happy to grant it for you.
Well, there are a few things that we are attempting to solve. There have been rumors and ongoings that have involved our group, involving an island, I think north of here, or so is it? I can't remember the exact direction.
Almost directly north, actually.
Yes, that's what I thought. We were planning on possibly going there to investigate a few things. And if any of your people have any information about it, we would gladly take any help that we can get. There is one other thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much. Well, we are in a public setting, and you do seem to be comfortable. We are looking. Could I take one moment just to speak to my group just to confirm that this is what they do want to talk about? I apologize.
No, absolutely.
And I turn around before he even responds because it's kind of a little rude, but I'm really nervous. Do we want to tell him that we want to go find the underdog? Because that seems really fucked up.
I'm frozen in fear.
Yeah, I have no idea about anything.
I genuinely don't think that we should bring
Jesus,
that up.
Lux, please have a voice of reason here. I need someone to help me.
Just make sure we get good out of it.
Just tell him we'll do it for Kor. He doesn't have to sacrifice any of his people. We'll just do
Screw
it.
that. I'm not from this country.
I turn around gracefully. A little prestidigitation as there's like purple feathers. Yes. We were also there was, after the attacks that had happened in the city, we were looking to investigate further, and we would gladly, with your permission, search further. It would require us to look for something that hasn't been found in many years. And sort of like take a long pause and look around the room. One of our missions will be searching for the Underdark itself, or at least if there is any hint of the Underdark being opened once again, as we all know that is quite a dangerous thing, and we don't want that, but if there is such a danger, we should be made aware of it as quickly as possible.
Yes, I've heard of this thing. And he looks over, kind of looks over your shoulder, over it'd be your right shoulder. He says, Osithas, what is this, the Underdark? Is this underground? And Zelmuth, you hear your father's voice from behind you go, yes, this is the, as we understand it, it's a sort of underground world and some sorts, your majesty. It's going to have potentially a whole civilization, as it were, but I don't really know much more about it. It is something that I am working tirelessly to gain more information on, so if you're willing to give me some more time on that, I'd be happy to provide us with as much information as possible.
Insight check on the don't know much more about it.
Go ahead, make an insight check.
Never mind. 11.
11?
I've changed my mind.
Yeah, it's tough. He says, you're trying to work for your father. I like this. Yeah, well, I suppose it's something that we could certainly help build towards. The first thing that I want to give to you for the service that you have, but that you have done is what I feel is a fair reward. Come, please. And he sort of waves, and you see this guard, actually 2 guards, come out with a fairly large
happening.
chest.
It's happening.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I grab hold of Grub's shoulder so he doesn't run at it.
Just shaking like a leaf.
Um,
Yeah, you see the wings just flapping behind him on the ground.
and they come with a large chest between them, and they place it sort of on the ground in front of you, and one of them pulls the chest open, and what you see is a lot of platinum. And he says,
Wow.
our first thank you to you is going to be this gift of 1,000 platinum.
So- wow, Your Majesty, thank you. That is wow. That is quite a gracious gift. We are humbled.
You have helped save the city, so this is what we found would be fair. That being said, I do like that you want to continue with your family's research. This does speak to me. At the end of the day, we have had some internal discussions, and there's 2 potential. Well, there's 2 things we could use more of your help with. The first is the Ebon Shroud, the island to the north, where, as from what your father has told me, there seems to be some kind of a lure to some of these older monsters. They tend to head in that direction for some reason that we are not fully able to understand. The second is to look for the path to the Underdark. Now, I will be honest, we do not need help with both things. Well, you get to choose one. We'll be sending another team to investigate the other. So really it comes down to if you'll be willing to continue to work for the interests of Core. It depends on what you'd like to do first. One of them obviously was going to take some more time, as you're going to need to travel. We'll be able to get you quickly through some networks that we have to probably the closest point in the Ebon Shroud. But it's up to you. If like, you could stay here, stay in Core, and investigate some of the tunnels and see if any lead to this new unfound land.
That sounds lovely, Your Grace. However, talks of us heading to this island, this Ebon Shroud, our group has been talking about it for quite some time. Sort of look to the group. I'd be remiss to say if it wasn't of some personal interest to a few of the members of the Punch Drunk Champions. Sort of look to the group before I confirm. I think
God.
Unless you guys think there's way more monsters in the under
Sorry,
place, that's fine.
Apologies, Your Majesty. And you hear your father's voice again. The island is called Ebon Morn, not Ebon Shroud. That's something else. My apologies. Ebon Morn. Ebon Morn. I don't know how it got such a name, but
history check on Ebon Shroud.
sure. Roll a history check.
What is
What the hell is that? Damn it, I can't roll well. Never mind.
Yeah.
9.
You're not
Never
sure
know
what
if
that
it was a
is?
DM mistake.
You'll never know.
Um,
But wherever there's more for us to do, you know.
one of them is guaranteed to have monsters. We've literally been calling it Monster Island
Yeah.
for the last 3 weeks. There's a chance that there's monsters in the Underdark, but there's almost a certainty that there's monsters on the island.
And possibly
This one's
more
for
of
you,
us
Grub.
than we-
And I turn around.
Sure.
I think Ebon Morn is probably the best decision for us at this moment.
Excellent. Okay, so then there's going to be a couple things that we are going to need to iron out. I will have some of my most trusted advisors work with you to ensure that a fair contract is drawn up. In addition to the wealth the small wealth you have received today. What we're going to do is ensure that you are given writs from myself to help give you passage for any ships that would be willing to take you there. That will all basically be covered by us, as you would be effectively entering our employ. What that means as well is if there are any supplies that you need before you go, food, camping supplies, lodging, you're welcome to that also. The last thing I have a question about that I'm not sure if you're able to, are you able to freely move by magical means?
We are not quite there yet, strength-wise. Maybe in the coming weeks, but unfortunately, none of us quite have acquired the power necessary to travel via magical means.
That's no problem. One thing that we are going to do is I'm going to set up a sort of workshop or home base for you here on Core. So what that means is by the time you arrive back, you will have a sort of... Well, have you been to West Yusok? It's I know it's known to be a little bit more of a poorer part of town. But we're going to we're trying to put more money into building up the area again. So what I want to do is going to be to build up one of the more dilapidated buildings and have that be a sort of office workspace for you for any of your findings. Any gear or supplies you would need, you'd be able to store there with no worry. If that's of use to you, I can make sure that renovations start as soon as possible. However, I don't know how long you're going to be gone for, so...
It will take us some time, as we will be traveling by a carriage for some portion of the journey, and then, thanks to your lovely offer, via boat as well for a short trip.
Yes. Okay. Then I will have contracts drawn up for each one of you. Again, I just want to say, really, Core thanks you for your service. And all the best be with you. If there's anything else you need, you may talk to any of the individuals within my home here. They will all be able to point you in the right direction if needed.
I sort of look back to the group just quickly to make sure there's nothing else.
There was
What's
those. Do we care about the cultists? Do we care about that? Is that
Yes. I don't. I think that's related to the underdog group. So,
okay?
yes. Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you for allowing us into your home and gracing us with your presence. And we hope to do good work for you and for the city, and have an opportunity to make Core shine even brighter.
Well said. You definitely get that from your father, I can tell. Well, with that, and he stands up, and you hear behind you sound of a lot of rustling clothes all at once as he stands.
Yep.
He
Spin around.
must have a train too or something.
So, Grub, as
Behind
you
us?
spin around, you notice
Yeah, I
everybody's bowing or kneeling.
Oh shit. Okay, I do that also.
Yeah, another
Hold on to the hat.
ostentatious bow.
Excellent.
Awkward curtsy.
Yep. And he stands up, walks down the steps, and exits through a door to the left.
Okay.
What do you
I
guys
think we
want
gotta
to do?
get the hell out of here. We gotta get the hell out of here. We got that money. We're not dead yet. Let's go.
Silas, Charlie, grab one end of the chest and let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep. Help with one side of it. Eyeing everyone, looking for guards.
Eyeing all the guards suspiciously.
As you guys kind of start going out, there are several people. Zelmuth, you probably know just about every single one of them. But you can see several of the different families for like the greater houses are here, and they were the ones that are in attendance. They all come up and like they start like congratulating you, trying to shake hands. If you want to stay and mingle, you're more than welcome to. If you want to get the hell out, you can. Silas and Zelmuth specifically, however, are absolutely stopped. Silas, your mother comes kind of running out of the crowd towards you. She just says,
to the carriage, Grub.
"I just can't believe.
Yep.
I'm so proud of you. You did well, and you are dressed wonderfully." And she kind of looks over at your dad. He says,
And I look
"It's
like lock eyes with Mason, like, thanks, Mom.
you're a bright light in this dim world.
That's another joke. That's
I'm
another-
trying.
You're doing it again.
Couldn't help it. I'll be honest. I would never. How do you keep that clean? I would never. That's
Oh,
so
I
impractical,
don't intend
Silas.
That
Cast
I don't intend to keep it
prestidigitation
clean.
on any dirt marks he has.
Well, I guess
this
that
is
helps.
something purpose built. You know,
You stood out.
that was the plan.
Well, I would say very well done then.
What world am I living in? Thank you both. All I did was stand here quietly, but I appreciate the commendation, I guess.
You represented our house well. I want you to know I truly mean that.
Silas's face is the color of the inside of his cape. I'm just like,
And your mom just kind of,
elbows Zelmuth, and like,
your mom pulls you in for a hug. As soon as you start going red, she's like, try not to blush.
you are
Try not to
not
blush in court if you can.
helping.
It's, yeah, just breathe. Okay.
Wait, is it in then out or out then in? I can't remember.
It really doesn't matter. Just do both.
At the
That's a
same
good
time.
question.
Oh, that's called hyperventilating, Silas.
Pick a side, right?
I suppose I will go look for my father before I leave.
You see, he's sort of near the back, near the exit door, and he's just sort of leaned up against the back wall. And as soon as he eyes you, you can see this like little smile creeps up his face. It says, "Well done,
Father,
Zelmuth."
thank you. You know, I was paying attention during, all the tutors and stuff. It's just
Oh, I can see that. That was... You carried that conversation quite well. I will give you that.
Mhm.
That does raise our standing even more with the king. So, good job.
I mean, I mostly did it for my friends. I won't say I didn't do it for our family, but
Sure,
Excuse
sure.
you. Is there anything you need of me, Father?
No. Is there anything you need from me?
Yes. Ember Shroud?
It's the island's called Ebonmorn.
Oh, Ebon Shroud is what I'm curious about.
Don't know anything about that.
You just seemed like you did because you corrected the king in
I
front of an audience.
think he was just mistaken. It's fine. Sometimes they sound alike. He messed up the suffix of a
Alright,
word.
roll one more insight.
Go
check.
for it.
Guys. Come on, baby. So good. 12.
12. Seems legit.
All right. Well, tell my siblings I said hello. I have to go prepare for the journey. I'm sure you know where to find me if you need to talk to me.
Oh, I'd find a way. Yes. But
Yes.
well done. I'm proud of you. Well done.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Sort of take a couple steps back.
Yep. He
Don't
stays
take it-
exactly where he is watching you.
Yeah. And I just sort of like head back towards the group, sort of checking to see if anyone is paying particular attention to this interaction.
Make a perception check.
Hi, that's a number. 22.
22. No one particularly that you can see. As you're kind of looking around the crowd, it looks like whatever siblings were here of yours are already gone. No one else seems to be paying much mind to the conversation you just had with your father.
God, I hope I'm not the favorite now. Start making my way back to my friends.
Okay.
Like kind of dodge away from Mom and Mason and like catch up with Zell and Zell.
All right. So where do you guys want to head to next?
The carriage?
Yeah, barrel into the carriage with the chest. With I think me and Charlie immediately bailed on that.
Yep.
Just piled it
It's
in.
not really my scene.
No. Pretty sure they're gonna follow us and kill us, honestly. So we gotta really change it up tonight.
This is so little money to them.
You think so? Maybe we
Yes.
bankrupted them in there.
No. We took their loose change.
So you're saying there's loose money in there if we want to just kind of stroll around later. When they're looking for us at the where we're
that's
sleeping, we go back to where they are and we get the goods.
You know how you want to leave here without being murdered?
Yeah,
Don't rob them.
they wouldn't catch me, Britt. I do understand it. We can't, do terrible crimes everywhere we go. So
No, we're
Every
here,
other
here.
place.
yeah, every other. We'll skip this one. Next one. It's gonna,
Next one's getting
Not where Zelma, Lux, and I live, please.
Yeah.
all right. But the next one's
You will-
ludicrous. All right.
You
We
will
can-
be under their pay structure eventually after you sign the contract.
Oh, they're gonna own us.
No, but
No,
we
God,
do.
we're getting paid to
will
go
have
hunt
what-
monsters.
Yes, we're basically signing a contract so they can give us more money after we go to the Monster Island.
As long as it's not but we get to tell you which monsters you get to kill, which ones you don't, blah blah blah.
Has a contract ever stopped you from doing that before, Grub?
Never tried to sign one because you know me, I'm putting my name down. The only time I ever did was when we did it for the. So you guys forced me into that, if you remember.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's because you're old.
Holy shit.
Anyways, look at all the money we've got. I open up the
That's a lot of
chest.
money. I'm riled up. I'm so sorry.
Do you think we could give this a timing and speed things up?
Oh, if he doesn't for that, that's crazy.
I'm kidding. We're definitely keeping this.
We could
We,
put
um,
time in for other things, though.
We could, but hopefully it's just things that are already made because we still have to wait 4 or 5 more days before we can.
Wait, he can go anywhere.
He left this plane of existence.
Yeah,
So he'll be back in 4 or 5 days.
but he can go anywhere. His door moves. Why are we waiting? He can come to us.
Did he say? I'm pretty sure he said he could do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense to just wait here. You can
All
talk
right.
into his head magic, right?
That's a really
I mean, I
good point.
could send. I did pick up an interesting spell that lets me send a message to anyone on any plane, so I could do that.
Well, there we go. Tell
Yeah,
him we're
well-
on Monster Island or whatever. Or wherever we'll be in 5 days. I don't know.
Well, we should think about stocking up. Obviously, he did mention that we would be able to stock up on some things. Maybe even go into the armory and pick out a fancy new dagger for yourself, Grub, and or
I
a
got-
staff. I don't know which one you use anymore.
I'm wild card,
That you
will
definitely
admit,
are.
I will admit that I am. I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but I am missing the road a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been trapped in a city for a few days, and I'm already missing adventuring. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying those things.
Do we want to use the rest of this afternoon to resupply and then leave tomorrow?
Oh, we do need to sign that contract.
I mean, I figured we would do that tomorrow before we leave.
Yeah. Pitts, he did mention any fees to cover travel.
Mhm.
What is like the fastest way of traveling in here in this?
So he did mention that there'd be a way to get you much closer before you were to charter a ship, although he hasn't given you the details of that yet. So, you know, it wouldn't be unreasonable to assume that something like that, or some more information about that's going to be coming up in whatever the next conversation is going to be.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I will say, sorry, one sec, is that because of the location of it itself, you basically need to get to somewhere where there would be a boat available. The main places that you would know of that have technically water access, actually, if you're trained in history, make a history check. I think that might just be Zelmith, but he's been rolling great tonight, so I think this is
9. I've rolled twice above a 5.
Can I give him guidance?
yes.
I'm also aware of the geography of this area. Having lived here, I'll give it a shot.
10.
Jeez, Selmith.
I tried, all right?
Me too. I also tried.
18.
18. Okay. The main places
I'm not
that
good with
you,
names.
sorry, are you trained in history, Silas, or no?
I am, yes.
You are. Okay. So there's 4 places that you know of that for sure have water access. Atholito, which you've been to before. There's let me make this bigger. Sorry. There's Storm Fury Landing, which is very far to the west. It's like the westmost part of the continent. There's also Relay, which is at the eastmost part of the continent. And then the closest place that you would be aware of is probably Dar Muldur, which is the Dwarven Kingdom in the same area of Atholito. Your understanding is they do actually have a port that sort of is built into the mountains themselves. That, as far as you understand it, would be the fastest trip, as it is right up against the same bay that that Ebon Morn is in.
Sure. Sorry, what was the name of the Dwarven settlement again?
Dar Muldur. DHAR space MOLDUHR.
Fox Smelter. Got it. Okay. And then Atholito. So yeah, I essentially relay that to the crew. Like, actually, if I recall, we saw some of those Shadow Wolf Beast things heading towards Dol Muldar or Dar Muldar. Kabbadah. Dumbledore.
Yeah. Dumbledore.
Yeah, over at Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Yeah. That's actually what I heard the first time. In my mind. Oh, Dumbledore. Dumbledore.
I don't mispronounce the places where you're from.
Wait, that's where you're from?
Yes, that's the country I'm from.
What? How do you say it?
Dar Muldur?
Okay, but he said, "Isn't that where
That's exactly.
it's
what I said.
mountains?" But you're
I don't think she's from that city. I think she's just from the country the city's.
Yes, I'm from Atholito.
okay.
Went to her
I
house.
thought it was different. I thought, yeah. Well, you can move. Are we going to? You think we're gonna pop through Williston again? Because it just seems inevitable.
No.
I love that
Jeez.
city, but I don't want to see it for a while.
I think I had my fill of that place.
Isn't it
Also-
the only stop between here and north?
Well, maybe the king will, I don't know, use
Burn it
magic
to the
and
ground?
transport us there.
Hmm.
You should
And
ask
Grub-
for magic to transport us back as well, because if we're not taking the carriage, then we're just gonna have to walk back.
Yeah, we'll definitely end up in Williston if we walk back.
We will.
I do need to resupply though. I'm nearly out of medicine.
All right. Well, let's split up this 1,000 platinum.
Yeah,
You want to try again?
It's 1,000 platinum, isn't
It
it?
was
Yeah.
2,000 platinum.
Oh, it was 1,000 platinum.
Oh, I really thought I heard 2,000 platinum. I was like, what are you pulling here, Zelmith?
No, I just listened.
Play back the tape.
Selma, you can split that up, can't you?
Yes, 200 platinum each.
Oh.
Nice try, asshole.
This is more money than I've ever had, I think.
Yeah,
And,
I don't know what to do with it.
I'm almost back up to being stocked.
Yes, we get it. You're from a rich family. Weird flex.
It's not a flex, it's just the truth. I talk about it all the time. Why are you suddenly now upset about it?
I think
You were
She's not
broke
the
for
money and-
3 days.
It was
It
rough.
happened to be the hardest 3 days of my life.
We did almost die, so yeah.
well, Grump, we get to test out your drub costume.
What
See
do
if
you
it
say?
works.
What's he saying? Are you drunk?
Yes.
He struggles with the dwarven words.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want me? Okay, I see. Yeah, it's just a warp. You just say it regular.
Honestly, I thought I had a stroke there. I couldn't get the word out. It's like it's in my brain. I know it's right. It's right there.
Yeah, it's Drub, honestly.
It's drunk, man.
You just changed it. The G. You just flipped the G into a G, and you were done with it.
Listen.
Incredible.
I'm sticking to it. Is that what I said?
Yeah, that'll be my next
canon now.
disguise, I guess. I don't know, but
They might find it really offensive if you try and dress up as a dwarf there.
no, because I'll just look
I'm gonna
like a
nudge
dwarf.
Charlie. No,
Yeah,
I think it'll be a wonderful idea.
you gotta
Bro,
blend
you
in.
could
Charlie.
look like yourself. You are working for a king, and no one would do anything to you.
Yeah,
That's true. You might start a war.
the guy that wears silk pajamas is saying to be myself. Okay.
Silk pajamas is myself, and you
Yeah,
know
well.
that.
All right. All right. Born with them.
Maybe it's Maybelline. You don't know.
There it is.
All right.
So-
And as you guys load everything up into the carriage and make your way back towards inn and to potentially spend some of this gold and resupply before finding out your next steps, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Keep the place standing. Why don't we?
All right. Well, just want to say thanks again, everybody, for coming out. We're the Casual Ones. We stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Catch us on Saturday morning for the Casual Morning Show. On Tuesday, we will be doing our next episode of Snowcatch Valley, Fall of 99. And on Thursday, we'll be back here with more of our Dungeons and Dragons with the Punch Drunk Champions. And we'll see what mischief
good.
these guys are going to get into next.
All of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of it.
All of it. All right, everybody.
We don't
Thanks.
save the mischief, we spend it.
Damn straight. All right. Thanks, everybody, again for coming out. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.